What's up, good people? David Taub here, coming to you from nextlevelguitar.com. How you doing? Hope all is well, and hope your guitar journeys are going famously. We've been getting lots and lots of email responses to our latest emails and whatnot, and an overwhelmingly number of the good people, that's you, want simple, easy blues licks. Simple, easy, and fun blues licks. So I'm going to do a whole series where I'm just going to cover a couple of licks in each video. Here's another really cool lick I want to show you from what you heard me playing in the intro over this progression. And the lick will sound like this. Again, we're in the key of C minor, and we're using that C minor pentatonic and blues scale, and we're just playing in this box position for now at the 8th fret. And I showed you what that scale looks like, and here's a nice lick to pull from that. Okay, we're in the key of C minor. Remember the chords: C minor 7th, F minor 7th, G minor 7. We're just playing a 1-4-5 blues 12 bar in this example. Here's the lick. I'm going to show it to you now at this, and then I'll bring you in close for a tight shot. This is lick 6, and in this lick we're going to kind of go out to the previous box position, but we're going to kind of meld them together so you get a real liquidy type sound. You'll hear me do this in my playing a lot, and we're also going to be using that blue note, that flat 5, to add some color. The lick sounds like this. It's a really nice, cool lick, descending lick, and you could even, I'm even using a little palm muting. And there's all kinds of variations you could do off of that lick. You could use slides more. Anything you could do to vary that tone. Remember, like we've been talking about this whole series, vary your licks, vary them rhythmically, use the slides, pull-offs, change the rhythm around a little bit of the notes a little bit, just but kind of creating a little difference, a little variance to the similar lick, and then keep going back or repeating a certain lick and using it as a motif really grabs the listeners and pulling them in. You're creating that melody. That time I slid from the 6th to the 8th fret. We do the hammer. We do the artificial harmonic. So much you could do. So let's go in on a tight shot and we'll examine that. Okay, here we are on a tight shot of the neck. I'm at the 8th fret. We're in this minor pentatonic and blues box position that we've been using for all the licks in the series. This is like lick 6. And this lick, we're actually going to go back and jump back into the previous box, but we're going to kind of get it a little bit liquidy and nice flowing fluid sound. Here's the lick. A little faster. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm taking the 8th fret on the D string, and I'm hammering it and pulling off to the 10th fret of the D string. So it's one pick, hammer, pull down. So you get this. And then we're going to descend right down the scale, starting on the A string, 10th fret, 9th fret, 8th fret, and then with your first finger, you're going to go down to that E flat, that flat 3rd, and play that 6th fret. So you get this so far. So when you shift back, you're going to shift back a whole step to that E flat note. And then you're going to play with your 3rd finger, you're going to play that root note, 8th fret on the low E string, that C note. And then go back to that E flat note again, that 6th fret on the A string, but this time give it that little half step bend that we talked about in lick 4, where we're bending that flat 3rd to the major 3rd. And give it a little hook in there, wow, a little character. It's that same lick as we were doing before, but up an octave. Now we're doing it down here. So here's a lick so far. And the last 3 notes are on the low E string, 8th fret, that's your C note. Then go back to that B flat, a whole step. So you're playing that 8th fret, low E string, 6th fret, low E string, and then 8th fret, low E string. You could hit the harmonic, or you could slide it from the 6th to the 8th. That sounds nice too. There's so much you could do to vary that lick. See, just little variations. variations. I'm playing a couple of the notes twice. That time, I hit the 6th fret on that A string once, didn't bend it, then I did bend it. So fool around with it. Again, it's very easy lick, and it has that real nice liquid sound because you're backing into this other part of a scale down a whole step. It's a cool lick. What we're going to be doing for this whole series is we're going to be playing over the jam track that's in C minor. If you don't have that jam track, we have it here on YouTube. And I'll put a link for it in a text box right here in the YouTube text box, and I'll also try to get it on the screen here. So download that YouTube video that we have that has that jam track. There's a little lesson before that'll give you ideas of what to play, and then the actual 3.5 minutes of the track, okay? And then also, because the jam tracks are such an essential part of the guitar player's, tools for practicing and working on your improvisational skills, if you want 2 more jam tracks, go to this link right here. And what that link is, it's going to send you to a page where you just sign up on our email list, and then we'll send you, after you opt in, we'll send you the 2 free jam tracks, totally free, and these are exclusive. They're not on YouTube. And all you do is it puts you on our email list, which you should be on anyway, because we send out lots of exclusive videos and things like this, like jam tracks, which are not on YouTube, which only our email subscribers get. We also send out articles and newsletters and all kinds of things that might help you along in your guitar journey. So please consider that. Watch this series, and you're going to be getting lots and lots of little blues tricks and licks. Okay, so C minor is the key, and we're going to be using a lot of C minor pentatonic and blues. Remember, it's not just the lick that you need to learn. Also, be listening to when the chord changes, because in many instances, I'll play a certain lick and I'll land on a certain note when the chord changes, and that's what really makes strong solo statements. So you can't kind of just be off there in your own la-la land, soloing along, and the rest of the band or jam track behind you is like, oh, let's reel in Jimmy there. Hey, come on, buddy. What are you doing? You got to kind of be cognizant of what chords you're playing over, and if you really want to make some strong statements, pick certain notes in the certain chords, and I'm going to explain that as we talk about these licks. So it's really, really important that you just don't, to learn the lick, yes, but just don't learn licks. Learn from the lick. What scale does this lick come from? What are the strong accent notes? What notes am I landing on? What chords am I playing over? Why does this lick sound so good? See, that's what's going to really add to your lead and improvisational skills. So many people just learn licks, and then they have a pocket full of licks. Well, when do you use them? You should be able to whip them out in any key and be playing them rhythmically over these changes, right? So just don't learn the lick. Learn from the lick. Well, I hope you like all these easy, fast, and fun blues licks that we're doing in this series. There's 6 of them in this series, so check them all out. And then make sure you download the jam tracks, and I'll put those links in the text boxes right here. Rock on and put that guitar in your hands every day and rip it up. Take care.